Thank you for coming to the WQAC session. I will be talking about what the WQAC does, and more specifically, I will be talking about the educational resources that we have created for organizing competitions, but not just for that. Some of these can be used by competitors and by delegates. I'm Denny Mitsayev. I'm a WQAC member. And so the first topic is basically where can you find these? This is something that we're currently working on. We're trying to improve the visibility of these, but right now the way you access them is in the information tab of the WCA website. There is an educational resources link there, and if you go to that, you'll find this page. And here you will find a bunch of different documents and subpages mostly for organizing competitions. So the first of these is a judging tutorial. This is something that we created a couple years ago, and we are planning to update it slightly and perhaps improve it now that we're going to have more members. And we will certainly be using some of the ideas that have been implemented in other regions. For example, Australia being one of them, where organization is quite well established at this point, and the Australian Speedcubing Association or organization has quite a bit of experience. So yeah, we're planning to expand on this. Next, we have the organizer guidelines. This is a big section in the educational resources section of the website where you can find various documents that are used for organizing competitions. One of the documents describes how you can find a venue. There's a document for budgeting a competition, for scheduling, and so on and so forth. This is a very useful page to look through, and you certainly don't have to look through every single document, but if there is a certain aspect of organizing a competition that you need help with, you need ideas with, you can always consult this page. One of these documents is the competition checklist. This actually links to a Google Doc that we have created where it has multiple tabs to do with equipment, to do with various things that you need to tick off. And here, this is one of the first pages where it says like whatever the to-do is, and then it also says if it's necessary, and you obviously need to complete all of the necessary steps. Otherwise, the WCAT will most likely not even accept your accept your application. Then we have another project. This is the competition templates project. This also links to a Google Drive folder, actually, but we strongly encourage you, and I'd rather say require that you read through the README first, because there is a lot of detail on here that, if not adhered to, could be potentially problematic. This project has a bunch of documents or templates that you can use for organizing competition. Here on a picture you can see we have a cube cover. It's a customizable cube cover. There's a source file for GIMP. GIMP is a free image editing software you can use. Very easy to install, very easy to get a hold of, or get the hang of, rather. So you can have customizable cube covers. You can have results boxes. There are two versions here, one that you can hang on a wall or like stick to a wall, and another one that you can assemble into this kind of box with a bit of a ramp on it, where you can put it on a table, and most organizers would rather use something like that. Yeah, so those are the main ones. Some other templates include things for clock. There's the cheapest, simplest solution is the paper clock covers. It says on the sides where you need to hold it, and that prevents accidentally pressing the buttons, prevents misscrambles, obviously, that way. And it's not too difficult to assemble. You print it out on an A4 sheet of paper. It's black and white, and you can just assemble it with glue and some scissors. and you probably want a few spares as well, depending on the size of your competition, so that if one of them tears, you have a backup. And yeah, these are just expendable, obviously, they're just paper. So very easy, very cheap solution. Then there's the fancy version. There's the 3D printable clock cover. This one is specifically for the clock puzzle, but there is also a different file, which is the multi-purpose cover. This one fits a square one and a cube as well. With cube, there can be misalignment issues when delivering the puzzle with just a regular cube cover, so that's good for that. And obviously this is perfect for square one because you don't need that card to put in to prevent misalignment of layers. It just holds everything together no matter what the scramble is. Another document we have on there is the competition rules infographic. You actually probably saw this here at the World Championship. It's used on some of the banners, and the booklet that all of us received includes this too. So this has a bunch of the most important rules for competing. Yeah, this is something that they also have in Australia. We are actually thinking about expanding this with a few additional rules, but this is something that's very simple for people to digest because it's just pictures and a little bit of text, so even kids can look at it and get the hang of it. So if you want, you can print them out on pieces of paper. Come in, you can come in. You can print them out on pieces of paper. You can put them on whatever, like banners, like here, or whatever you want. Here earlier, you would have seen on the cube cover, we actually have those on the top. We actually have multiple languages for these, and if you would like to add your own language, please get into contact with us at WQAC at worldcubeassociation.org. Sorry, there'll be the email in the presentation later. Then we also have the infographic for multi-blind scrambling. This is something that we've gotten reports about, that there are issues with duplicates and other potential issues. So we have made this infographic where it describes step-by-step how you scramble multi-blind. We might potentially make a couple edits to it, but this is going to be the main structure of it. And this actually, the World Championship was the first competition where we used this. And this has a supplementary document, which is the multi-blind scrambles printout. We use this extensively for scrambling multi-blind here at Worlds, and it was really helpful in keeping track of what scramble you're doing right now. This just says 1 to 14, but we have them going up to 84 cubes. Maybe in the future we'll need to expand that when people get really good at multi, but yeah. This is also a very useful document. We have some other projects that are planned for us in the WQAC. One of these is a scrambling infographic, so similar to the other infographics, we would like to add another one for scrambling and another one for judging as well. We believe these are much more digestible than big documents with a wall of text, because people oftentimes don't want to read them. They take a few minutes to read. So if you want somebody to quickly, get the hang of how things are done, that's not really an option. And then kids, especially, don't want to look at them. There's also the glossary. So we would like to create a document that explains all of the different terms that are used at WCA competitions. Of course, this one would, by the nature of it, have to be more of like a wall of text, although it's more going to be more like bullet points. So for example, it would explain what a stack mat timer is, it would explain what a stopwatch is, what DNF, DNS means, so on and so forth. All of the different terms that a newcomer is most likely not familiar with when they attend their first competition will be explained in this document. And we are already drafting it as of now. Another one is an updated competitor tutorial. I did not mention that we do already have a competitor tutorial in the educational resources page, on that page, but it is quite out of date at this point, and it is also really wordy and really long. So it can be used for new competitors, but we would like to update it, simplify it, make it more digestible for people. And then lastly, I touched on this earlier, we would like to improve the visibility of the educational resources section. It is a bit of a problem that many people just don't know that it exists. So oftentimes we have other organizers from other regions make something that we already have on the WCA website. So we would like to make more people, especially more organizers and delegates, aware of this section of the website, and also competitors and potential judges. Perhaps we will add this as a link when you register for a competition, so people can get acquainted with the basics. So next, I have a bit of time for Q&A. If there are any questions, feel free to ask them. If not, we will move on. Okay. If you have any questions later, feel free to ask me, or you can email us at WQAC@worldcubeassociation.org. We're always happy to answer questions, and if you have any suggestions of what we could add to the educational resources, or just perhaps something that the WQAC could work on in general, feel free to send your suggestions there. Lastly, this is just going to be a couple minutes. I would like to share a personal project of mine that is related to unofficial events at competitions. I have created a website called Cubing Contests. This can be used for organizing unofficial, pretty much competitions, you can say, meetups, for example, or unofficial events at official competitions. As you might notice, we have results from US Nationals from a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Here it shows the same kind of output for the results that you would see on the WCA. It shows any records that were set, shows podium and stuff like that, so pretty basic stuff. There is a page for records as well, if that is something you're interested in. So here we have the new face-turning octahedron records, which are probably going to be pretty hard to beat. There is an admin dashboard, so you can do data entry similar to the way you can do it on WCA Live. So you're able to create a competition, configure all the events, the rounds, the formats of those rounds, make a schedule, make a description, everything. This is that competition creation form. And then you can enter results, like I said, similar to the way you would do it on WCA Live. It shows records in real time if you're entering a record, and this is something that I will continue tweaking. And it is actually open source software, so if you would like to contribute, you can do so. And this is the link, cubingcontests.com. If you would like to get in touch to hold unofficial events at your competition, you can do so. So I thought it would be great if we had one unified place to have all the unofficial events, and I hope that this will be useful for potential organizers. And you can contact me at my email if you would like to host a competition or a meetup, potentially. So thanks for listening, and once again, if you do have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.